Hello, now let's take a look at a work example of timber column in ClearCalcs. We are going to use a generic column in Australian Standard. So we are now going to be looking at the second task here, and you can find this help page and the full printout at the support.clearcalcs.com. This example wants us to design a timber column within these requirements. So the column is designed for residential application. It has a height of 5 meters and discrete restraints halfway at the compression edge along its minor axis. It has a fixed support at the bottom and the roller support at the top. It has 2 laminates. The load eccentricity is assumed to be at the face. It is under an axial load of 5 kN dead and 5 kN life at the top. It has a lateral distributed wind load of 10 kPa from top to bottom, with the load width of 100 mm. The column we design includes its self-weight, and we are required to use the F5 unseasoned white cypress timber for our column. So let's go back to ClearCalcs. We start from the laminates. We have 2 here. The column height is 5 meters. The lateral restraint type of the minor axis, we choose discrete restraints at the compression edge. The column is restrained at its halfway along its minor axis, so we type L/2 here. Then the column has a fixed base at the bottom, which here is 0, and the roller support at the top, which as default as the full length. Scrolling down, we are going to add an axial load to the top of our column, which is 5 kN of dead and 5 kN life. We also have a laterally distributed wind load, so let's name it wind load number 1, which is from the top to bottom of the column, which is of the whole height. And we then input our load width, which is 100 mm for both. So the load is 10 kN by dead. The load eccentricity is assumed to be at the face of our column, and the self-weight is included. So yes here, and the imposed load character is residential and domestic. Scrolling down, for the design criteria, we don't have any particular requirements, so we'll leave them to be the default values. For the structural type, we choose house. After we define our loads and conditions, we can go up to make our decision. So let's click select here. The requirement is to design a F5 grade of white cypress timber unseasoned. So we select F5 for the grade, and then we type white cypress here, and we choose unseasoned. Then we have our full list of sections to choose from, and we can take a look at the right-hand side. We have the traffic light system that shows us their capacity percentage for our design. Let's take a look. Scrolling down, it seems that this 250 times 100 section just suits our design requirements. So let's click on it. To quickly select our section, we can also use the auto size function to choose from our preferred list. So let's go to the project detail and click Add section to make our list. We can select our common use sections. For example, we type F5 here for the grade and make our own selections. So we randomly select some of the sections here as an example. Then we can see they are listed below here, and if we go back and click on select, you can see the section we choose are starred and in the front of the list. Then we click the cross and click on auto size, and ClearCalcs then give us the most optimal section. If we are happy with our design, just click on the little printer here to explore the report. Thanks for watching.